Okay, I found a DB that I think is perfect for the Lions. When I was perusing the internet, I saw the Steelers fan base was all over this guy named Julius Brents. And here's what I liked about him. Just jumped off, started doing some research on him. Thing I loved, he was 6'3", like Julius Brents. Okay, let's take a look at him. Now, remember, Lions have picked 2 picks in the first round, 2 picks in the second, and then a third round pick, number 81 overall. We'll come back to that in just a second. We want corner. We know a corner is a big need because Okuda's not, we don't know what Okuda is. We only really have Jerry Jacobs right now. The other guys are free agents. So do you want to take a corner in one of these top 2 rounds? It just, it's tough. It's tough to find that next Sauce Gardner type of guy. It's basically impossible. But if you can get close to it, that'd be great. What about pick 81? So I went to Tankathon, looked around DBs, corners. Lo and behold, and I did not plan this, 81th power ranking is Julius Brents, who sits there at 81 overall. So I'm like, all right. So even here, he's 6'4". He keeps getting taller. Here's some things about this guy. 6'3", 6'4", call him whatever you want to, but he says, I definitely use my length to my advantage anytime I can. When I get out there, I want to make guys feel uncomfortable. There's nothing that I want to do more than make a wide receiver's life hard. Got it. Okay, so he had a really good Senior Bowl. He knows he has to run a good 40 time. Now, as far as scheme-wise, he played at Iowa. I guess I didn't realize that. He played at Iowa. And when he was at Iowa, Iowa, they just run that zone, keep everything in front of you type of thing. It's like whatever. It's zone and a little bit of man. In the Big 12, about 75% of the time, I'm pressed at the line all the time. So if you look at some of the scouting reports on this guy, he is listed as a safety or a corner. So he's tall, long, but he's not like super lean either. I mean, he's a guy that can be physical, and so just not being afraid to come downhill, stick your nose in there, and run through the smoke. A lot of guys might be scared doing that, but not me. I get myself in the mindset I need to get in there and get dirty every down. So he's not afraid to come up in the run. Big and physical, long, can match up against most wide receivers. You're thinking of guys in our division that we're going to see. Jefferson's one of those guys in the Vikings. We're just going to see him a lot. So 6'3", 202, a huge wingspan at 83 inches. So the guy's got the physical side that we're looking for. He's a little under the radar. Like we said, I mean, they got him sitting here at, let me go back to his power ranking. If you look at corners, 81, he's behind some of these other guys that, Ringo, we don't love. Witherspoon, we do. Gonzalez, it just seems too high to take those guys, but you still want to get a good guy. I mean, here we go, 6'3", 6'4". Julius Brents, we'll got to keep an eye on that because I think Brad Holmes is going to go corner for sure, secondary for sure, but later on. So they were looking at where does he fit, and he can fit into anything. He likes to be pressed up, line of scrimmage, uses length to disrupt players. But after that, I mean, he can play a little bit of zone. He can play safety even, and that might be a thing we need because remember, safety is a tough spot for us as well. So as it stands, you're like, where will he be drafted? As it stands, Brents is set to be picked around 71 overall. That would be in the third round. But after his Senior Bowl, his stock is rising. I would not be surprised to continue to. Wouldn't be surprised if his stock rises if he runs well in his hometown of Indianapolis in the 40. Right. So that obviously, if he's this tall, long, physical, not like small and lean, and he runs a quick 40, we may not see him. We may have to use a second round pick on him. But I just love the idea of some of these guys, some of these corners, rather than using a 10th, 11th, 13th, right? Just kind of theoretically speaking, first round pick on these 5 guys, Cam Smith, Ringo. I just think there's bigger bodies, there's linemen, there's interior linemen, there's linebackers, there's guard that we need. So let me know your thoughts. Do you take a premier corner? Are these guys even premier? I mean, that's the thing. Sauce, you can't let the Sauce experience ruin your thinking because Sauce is so good. you're like, oh, just take the first corner available. I mean, look how good Sauce was. It's like, let's not do that. And let's take our chances here with Julius Brents. I mean, some of these guys lower on. I mean, DJ Turner from Michigan. I don't like that. I mean, he's only 6 foot. I mean, Julius Brents, big, strong. Let me know if you've heard of this guy, and if we could get him in the third round. I don't think I want to start getting corners in fifth and sixth rounds as much as I trust Brad Holmes. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on Julius Brents. If you've heard of him, what you like about him. Should we take a corner up high? I don't like that. I just don't like that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you on the next.